All right, starting off the month with another collection update here. I've had a few decent changes this month, but nothing like too drastic, I would say. But yeah, starting off over here, I don't think anything different on the Unicron Trilogy shelf. I thought about putting Cannonball over here from the Star Raiders line, but ended up deciding that I wanted them to have like their own sort of dedicated shelf. So yeah, nothing different over here. And yeah, over here on this shelf, I believe the only thing that's changed is I replaced Siege Springer with the Studio Series 86 one. So I'm really liking the way that this display is looking with all of those guys. And I think that's it for this shelf. Over here, let's see. Yeah, nothing new on this shelf. Over here, I ended up moving G-Axis somewhere else, so there's one less guy on this shelf, I guess. For the alternate universe shelf, I ended up actually dividing them into Autobot and Decepticon, just because I had too many guys that were getting a little bit too cramped over here. So over here on the Decepticon side, I did add the bludgeon that came in the Doom and Destruction 2-pack, and it was nice to finally get a version of this mold like sitting down in that pose, just because it's kind of cool that he can do it. And then it helps too because he's now not, in front of Galvatron and blocking him. So yeah, they get in each other's way a little bit, but I feel like it looks a lot cleaner with just the Decepticons over here. And just the Autobots, it looks a little bit sparse, but I'm sure we'll get a few more of those guys to fill that out at some point. Then let's see, I ended up, because I got the new Thundertron, I took him off this shelf and made like a dedicated pirate shelf. So just to fill the space, I put Nightbird over here, and I also put Viper over here, just because I ended up needing the shelf that they were on before. So other than that, nothing new over here. The Scramble City shelf is all the same. I added this new wall shelf up here, which is where I ended up putting my GoBots guys, so I feel like they look fairly decent up there by themselves. And then moving over here, I think that the only thing that's new on this whole shelf is I added Studio Series Steeljaw up there just to go with the season 3 Autobots. Like, yeah, I feel a little weird about the fact that Eject and Steeljaw are not with Blaster, but I don't know. It's one of those things. Like, I feel like he could fit on either shelf, so I decided to put him here just to add a few more guys up there. And then, I think that's it for this shelf. Over here, let's see. I believe nothing new on the Beast Wars stuff. Only thing that's new over here, I think, is that I added Ruckus over here to go with Crankcase. So now they look a little bit crowded here, but I think once I get Quake and put him over here, it will kind of even out those shells so they're at least kind of symmetrical again. And then I ended up moving, hard to see back there, but the Centurion drone and Lifeline ended up moving into this shelf, so moved some things around minorly, but that's pretty much it over here. All the Micromasters are the same. Let's see, same. Finally got Studio Series 86 Swoop, so I've actually been able to complete my Dinobots collection over here. A review for him is coming up fairly soon, but yeah, no, I think he looks super great with the rest of them there. And then over here, Season 3 Decepticons are the same. I ended up adding another shelf over here and kind of dividing these up, because with the comic edition stuff, I kind of wanted to do some like, old Cybertron guys together. So I got, Straxus and Emerald Zaron and Flame, and then I moved G-Axis up here too to be with Nova Prime, and I used the blast effect that I believe is from Transmetal 2 Megatron, I think is what that's from, on Flame's gun there, and I feel like they look pretty cool together. And then I moved my Armorizer Rocklord guys over here, and have, I think, 3 more since in the past 2 months. So now I have also Calcitron and Geocron and what's his name, Nucleus there, and yeah, I feel like all of them look cool together. I'll have a video for Geocron coming up relatively soon. I had to push it back just because I got some other new things that I wanted to prioritize, and I also did a combined mode video for those guys, so that'll be coming up in the next few weeks there. But yeah, I feel like they look pretty cool together. And then nothing new on this shelf. And then over here on the tall shelf, at the top here, still, they're just here. I ended up moving Orion Pax and Ratchet over here with Vector Sigma, and then just put the Energon cubes and put out a few more like Cybertronian artifacts, like the Allspark and the Doctor Wu Star Saber, and then those like rods that came with Bumblebee, the little Energon chip, or not Energon chip, the Cyber Planet key that came with Cannonball. It's fine. I'm using one of the Power of the Primes things as, I guess, is like the Enigma of combination or something. I don't know. Just figured I'd put some other stuff here, just some other, use it as a place to put like artifacts and things like that. And then these guys are the same. I just moved them down a shelf, and same with these guys, just moved down a shelf. And then down here on the bottom, this ended up just being sort of like extra Decepticons. So it's just, you know, Rumble from Transformers Prime and Off-Road from Combiner Wars, and then a few of the movie guys. And then over here, this is where I ended up putting my Star Raiders. So it's, you know, the ones that I got from the Star Raiders line, and then I also decided to add Terradive from Dark of the Moon in there, or not Dark of the Moon, from, he was either Hunt for the Decepticons or Revenge of the Fallen. I can't really remember, but just because he's kind of aquatic themed, he's got the trident. I feel like he fits in with these sort of pirate characters. But yeah, I really like the way that this turned out. And then just to kind of like, you know, save some space, I moved the rest of the Arms Micron guys up here to be with these guys. But that's pretty much it for the canon Transformers display, at least. And then moving on to the non-canon display, let's see, there are a few differences here. Nothing new on the top shelf. One of the big differences is I ended up actually getting that leader class Revenge of the Fallen Optimus Prime, which is one that I'd really been wanting to get for a while. So I ended up putting him here with my Optimus Prime display, and then just to save, you know, space, I ended up transforming the whatever it is, the Last Knight or Age of Extinction Prime that I don't really like, that I got as gift. He looks better in truck mode, but I just needed the space. So other than that, these are all the same figures as they were last time, but very cool to have him in the collection. I'll do a review for him at some point. And then I think this stuff's the same, that stuff's the same. I ended up moving G1 Bumblebee downstairs to be with the other G1 mini bots. I added Prime Thundertron over here just so I'd still have them up for display. It's not like a great place for them, but it's fine. I took Windblade's flight stand there for Swoop, but other than that, everything on this shelf is the same. And then I think the only other difference in this room is over here on this little sort of, you know, crayon or pencil looking shelf here. I added this Megazord guy. I've had this guy for a while, and I had him as a kid, and I lost a few of the parts. I don't have like the eagle. I lost both of the arms, and I've been on a mission to try to find like cheap copies of at least the arms to kind of complete him again. And I just recently got the right arm. Still looking for the left arm, but at least he's, you know, got one arm, so it's enough to have him on display here. So I moved a few things around to accommodate that, and then just kind of to fill space, I put the what's it called? Dinosaurs. I can't remember if I had that out for display last month or not. Yeah, I think in the last couple months I actually found the parts on eBay to complete him. I don't even know if I've done a review for him yet. I probably will at some point. It's just, you know, on my list. And then my clay Quintesson that I made in high school just to fill space here, but that stuff will probably move around. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this room. And then moving on down here, really the only thing that's different is because I got Studio Series Swoop, I ended up putting my my oversized KO Swoop down here with the other oversized Black Mamba Dinobots, but that's pretty much it. And then moving on to my game room area down here, I've got a few changes. The big thing this month was that I got the Heroscape Age of Annihilation stuff, so that was really exciting. So I got the unpainted stuff, so I've got some unpainted guys on here, but I have painted a few of them. But yeah, let's see, what's actually new up here. I think on this one, it's just this guy, just this little Pirate Marrow guy who I've not painted yet. I also decided to put the rest of my sort of like unpainted miniatures out. So I've got a few other unpainted guys anyway, just because I figured, you know, if I've got all these guys hanging out, I might as well just put all of them on here. So I've got these guys, which I haven't painted yet. These were from same thing that they were from, like that, you know, crummy Magic the Gathering Heroscape ripoff. And I decided I want to make them something different than what they were in that. I also just kind of quickly painted the sort of like illusionary ghost guys to go with him. I got this miniature this month, unrelatedly, just from like a, you know, I just bought it from the store, not related to Heroscape at all. And then over here, we've got these two are from the new Heroscape. This owl creature is one of the ones that I have painted. And that's also from Heroscape. A while ago, I 3D printed this little mouse guy, and I haven't painted him yet. And I think that's it for this shelf here. Down here, that's one of the new Heroscape pieces. What else over here? Oh, that one in the back is one of the new Heroscape pieces. Oh, this is another one of the little new miniatures that I got. It was like a blind pack thing. I got 3 of them. Those guys are just some unpainted guys that, again, from that Magic the Gathering board game that I haven't painted yet. And then the new pirate guys from Heroscape I have not painted yet, but they're down there. Then let's see, down here, I believe the only new thing is that Heroscape piece. Oh yeah, and then these guys who I've had for a while and have not painted yet, but I've got them down here. I moved the mushroom guys over here just to make space for some other things, but yeah, otherwise that's all the same. Then over here, these are some of my favorite of the new Heroscape pieces, these bear paladins, and these were like some of the first ones that I went and painted because they're just some of my favorite of the new pieces, and yeah, I think they turned out really nicely. And then that squid lady back there is also a new Heroscape piece. And I think the rest of this elemental stuff was here before. Over here, that's one of the new Heroscape pieces. That's an old 3D printed Heroscape piece that I haven't painted yet, and likewise with him. Think that's, oh yeah, this one is another, thing I printed out from online and haven't painted yet. Up here, there's those guys in the back that I haven't painted yet, again from the Magic the Gathering stuff. The new promotional Sergeant Drake Alexander, who doesn't have a great paint job, honestly, but I don't know if I care enough to do anything about it. So when I saw that, I was like, oof, good thing I got the unpainted stuff and decided to do it myself, because I think I'm more capable than that. Yeah, then this was the big new piece that came in that set, which I have painted, which is the big dragon, which is hugely impractical because it can barely stand anywhere on the map, but it looks really, really cool, and I like how the paint job turned out. And then let's see what else. I've moved some stuff around minorly. Oh, there was this dwarf lady back there. Was the third of the blind packed ones that I got. That dwarf guy is a pirate that came with the new Heroscape stuff. And then I also picked this guy up from Michael's and decided to make him into a Heroscape piece. So like made a little crystally stand there for him. Haven't written a card or anything for him yet, but I just thought that was a really cool looking model there and wanted to kind of turn it into a miniature. And yeah, that's it for the miniature stuff. I did also, I mean, this is not really like a display, but just to to have my Heroscape terrain pieces sorted out. I did have a shelf here for like a little while, like a couple weeks, that ended up moving out. Yeah, I don't, for whatever that's worth. And then also my partner and I, again, not really a display per se, but we did make a nice big Heroscape map, which is, again, hugely impractical to play on, but it's pretty. And, has some of the new wall pieces that came with the Age of Annihilation stuff. If you don't know Heroscape, I'm sure this all just sounds like random babbling words, but either way, it's fun. It's a great game, and it's nice that it finally has made a return in some regard. And then, let's see, over here, these guys, it's all the same stuff. I just moved the shelves upstairs, so I replaced them with these wall shelves that I've had for a while. And then I finally I got Kopaka to finish my Toamata over here. But otherwise, this is all the same stuff that it was before I moved Bulbasaur down here. And then that stuff is all the same. But yeah, that's it for this room. Finally feels good to actually have Kopaka again. And then in my kitchen display here, I've got some stuff mildly moved around. I sold a bunch of my frog guys there, so those are the only ones I have left out on display. Moved this stuff up here that was previously on the Minecraft shelf there, but the artist dummy thing, which I thought never really fit, so I decided to put them over here. And then I moved the Mega Constructs Master of the Universe stuff down here. Then I think the rest of this was here before, so yeah, that's it for this room. And then last but not least, in my main living room area here, I don't actually think I got any new Dunnies this month, so maybe I've broken the curse finally. And then my main new stuff is Lego things generally. I think I had these bugs up before. Over here, I did get the mini sort of plants collection, so I've got those sort of sporadically spread around here. And then the main new thing is that I got a whole new shelf for my Lego things so that I could spread things out a bit. And yeah, on the top here, I've just got my my dream stuff, which I feel like looks pretty good. Also did get a new, I think it was like just a little poly bag, a couple different poly bags, I think they came with a few things. And then I don't remember if I had this last time, but the sort of like mini space stuff, I decided to move over here. I decided to move the the Life on Mars stuff back over here, the little Lego diner here with the, outside frame that I made. I've got some Alpha Force stuff here and on this shelf. I think the Scorpion was out before, but those guys are out now. And then I moved all the Star Wars stuff down here so it could kind of, be in its own little cubicles there. And then over here, again, got another one of those little mini plants. I got a bunch of the custom minifigure guys from the D&D line, which is what these four are. And then that one is just made out of like some extra parts and things. So it's not actually one of those, but I feel like it looks cool with them. I want to make them like a little scene at some point because I really, really like this Mind Flare guy who I put like a Harry Potter cape on and gave the lightning effect for that came with one of the other ones, just because I feel like that looks even cooler there. And then let's see, I decided to make a couple of mocks this month that were like little scenes for some of the space custom minifigure guys. So I decided to make this little mock here that has the little hidden alien guy there running from the little space hunter there, and I took the sign from the like diner set and put it there. I really, really like how that turned out. It's got those panels there that used to be on like a Star Wars ship or something. And yeah, this is probably my favorite mock that I've made so far. And again, I'm still fairly inexperienced, but it's nice to be getting a little bit better there. And then I cannot remember if I had this last time, this Lego City arcade roller coaster thing, but yeah, it's super cool. I also just like, so I could see some stuff that's, put some stuff in front of it and not like hide it. I just propped it up on a bunch of these old, pieces that I think came with Life on Mars sets originally. I also made this little mock here, this little ice planet mock for the Ice Planet space minifigure there, which I think turned out really nicely. And then let's see, none of this stuff is new. It might be minorly moved around. Same thing for all the Lego City stuff. None of it's new. I put my robot guy over here, although I feel like that looks a little bit strange with all the other like normal city stuff. Got a few new kind of like, built like custom Build-A-Figures back there. And then there's like, yeah, that guy, that little spooky guy hiding back there too. And then I ended up moving all the Minecraft stuff down here just so it could be with the rest of the Lego stuff. And again, I moved the little bee hut thing over with that. But it's kind of hard to see it all. It's just like such a hard shelf to put things on because it's so weird and short and deep. So it's it's hard to put anything on it where you can actually see it. It's not really meant for display. It's probably meant to be like a TV stand where you like, keep books or whatever. But yeah, either way, got a few more of the little Lego plants over there. And then let's see, moving on over here to the Unicron shelf. A few more of those plants from that set. I also got this dwarf jar guy from another YouTuber. The channel is called Monster Garden. He's this really cool like fantasy concept art artist, and one of the first videos that he had that like really blew up was he like redesigned like dwarves to be like less humanoid and make them more of like a freakish fantasy creature. So he made these dwarves that are like supposed to be these like bug guys that roll up into a ball so that they can like work the mines or whatever. And I really liked the design for that. And he ended up making these like dice jars, which were a little bit expensive, but yeah, I definitely wanted to pick one of those up just because I thought it was so cool. And it's nice to support like a smaller artist like that because just a regular YouTube artist. But yeah, no, I think that this turned out really nicely, and I just love having it on my shelf here. And then let's see what else is new. Moving on over here to take the place of the hand model and the Lego set over here, I ended up putting out the Papercraft Minecraft stuff and the little metal guys, which looks okay. It's not as good, I think, as the other Minecraft display stuff, but yeah, I kind of had to decide. I was like, well, am I going to put the stuff out on display or am I just going to throw it out? Because like, I don't know. And I do think it looks fairly good. Oh, I also added a new BotBots shelf over here. And I had this like weird area up here, which I ended up putting like a few BotBots stickers on. But yeah, nice to finally get some more BotBots up for display. Although these, like every other shelf is a little like foam core shelf, similar to how I did for the other BotBot shelf. And they're starting to slip every once in a while, so I think I should probably glue those in place or like make them look a little bit nicer. But you know, for now, I'll get around to that eventually. But that's what it looks like for now. And then down here, oh, I ended up picking up these like spice rack things to make like risers for some sections. So I just elevated up that little Minecraft scene there, but otherwise it's all the same stuff. And then down here in my G1 Transformers display, I used a few more of those spice rack risers there. And yeah, now I've got a few new figures. Let's see, who else do we have? I think we didn't have Huffer and Outback last time. So again, getting kind of close with my G1 mini bots. That's why I decided to move Bumblebee down here. What else did I get? I think the rest of these things were here before. I also did from on Big Bad Toy Store. There was a sale on Tusker, the like Fans Project Retro Future thing that came out like a decade ago, which I've always kind of wanted that set, the Glacial Lord set, but the limb bots are like still too expensive for what they are, in my opinion, and some of them are just like impossible to find on the aftermarket, so I'll probably never complete that, honestly. But they had, you know, Big Bad Toy Store had Tusker on sale for $10, and I was like, sure, if I had to pick up just one of them, that would be the one that I would want. So just decided to put him down here with the G1 Transformers display, just because he kind of fits in with that aesthetic. And then, yeah, let's see, what else we got over here? Not much new on the TV stand. I did get another one of those Beast Box guys. Gosh, I really need to dust this shelf. But the little axolotl there, who I think fits in with these guys pretty well. And he's a lot of fun. I might do a review on him at some point. And then where the Minecraft stuff was, I just ended up putting this, this big aircraft carrier that I had out before. I use it to store my D&D dice, so I just take it out every once in a while. It's again, kind of a weird space to display stuff, because whatever you put back there is going to be kind of hard to see regardless of what it is, so And then I think maybe that's it. I don't know if anything new... Yeah, I definitely don't have anything new on these shelves. And then on these shelves, I think that it's all the same as it was last time, so I guess that's pretty much it for the month here and for the video. But yeah, thanks for watching if you've made it this far. Oh, there's the last of the little Lego plants there. But yeah, thanks for watching if you've made it this far. I do reviews usually every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. And without further ado, here is my collection update for October 2024.